Hello, my name is Charlotte Rodewald. I am in Clark University's Art of the Western World, Survey 2, taught by Dr. Brian Zygmunt. Today I will be talking about Rembrandt's anatomy lesson of Dr. Nicholas Tulp. The anatomy lesson of Dr. Nicholas Tulp was painted in January 1632 during what many historians call the Dutch Golden Age. This oil painting was commissioned by the Amsterdam Guild of Surgeons. It is one of a series of 6 paintings depicting anatomical lessons. Dr. Nicholas Tulp was a very important figure in Amsterdam, being the pre-elector anatomi at the Amsterdam Guild of Surgeons, as well as the mayor or burgermeister of the city. During this time, Amsterdam was a center of commerce, founding the world's first stock market called the Verenigde Oost-Indische Compagnie, as well as finishing the famous canal system that runs throughout the city. Art flourished in this rich economy as more middle-class people were able to afford paintings. As we can see in the painting, Dr. Tulp, the man in the hat, is giving an anatomy lesson to 7 men wearing lace collars. They are standing over a corpse where an arm is being dissected and is now under examination. In the bottom right corner of the room, there is a copy of the book Andreas Valesi's De Humani Corporis Fabrica, published in 1543. This translates to the fabric of the human body. There is a piece of paper in the hands of one of the students with a list of everyone in the room as well. From left to right, Jacob Jans Colvet, Adrian Cornelis Laberin, Franz Jacobs von Lunen, Jacob de Lofis Bloch, Jacob Jans de Witt, Matthias Everts Koken, Hartmann Hartmans, and Dr. Tulp. This is a scene that anyone who attended school will recognize. In the front row, we have the very attentive students leaning forward in their chairs. The middle row is slightly interested, and the back row is not paying much attention, and some even stare at the viewer. The artistic ability displayed in this painting is truly amazing, especially considering how young Rembrandt was when he painted it. He was only 26 years old and had just moved to Amsterdam from his hometown Leuden in the Netherlands. This is when Rembrandt changed his signature from his initials, RLH, to just his first name, Rembrandt. The young artist already had a good reputation, but it was because of the commissions of the Hague that Prince Frederick Hendrik became a patron and purchased paintings from Rembrandt until 1646. This painting falls into the period of Northern Baroque, defining many of its characteristics in fact. This time period was characterized by group portraiture, etchings and engravings, still-life compositions, landscapes, and genre paintings. As a Northern Baroque artist, Rembrandt made many of his pieces with these characteristics. He made over 600 paintings ranging from landscapes, portraiture, group portraiture, and religious paintings. Rembrandt was a master of etching. 79 bronze originals still exist today. He made landscapes of the storms in the Dutch countryside. His paintings are also full of detail like many northern painters. The anatomy lesson of Dr. Tulp is a group portrait. It is not a collection of self-portraits, but a painting of a group that is interacting with each other seamlessly. This shows how advanced he was in group portraiture compared to artists in the past, where there could be hands growing from heads or elongated arms. In many ways, Rembrandt liked to experiment with his paintings, try new things. He studied the Italian Baroque artist Caravaggio, which is clearly evident in this painting. Caravaggio used chiaroscuro in his paintings, or the use of light and shadow in a theatrical manner. Unfortunately, the scanned picture of a painting often turns out to be much brighter in tone than the original, so you might not be able to see the degree of contrast of the light and shadows in this picture. Caravaggio might have been one of the first to use this technique, but Rembrandt mastered it. Instead of just using it as a compositional element like an orthogonal, it is used to show faint character traits. For example, the light could represent the interest in the lesson from the people present, as the figures in the back seem to fade away into the darkness. In terms of historical accuracy, we can see in this painting that the only body part of the corpse that has been dissected is the arm, to reveal the muscles that flex the hand. This is very odd. First of all, Dr. Tulp would not normally be dissecting the body himself. He would lecture and might poke it occasionally, but the actual dissection would be performed by someone else of less importance. A famous anatomist would not be expected to do his own dissection. Second of all, instead of the arm, it would be the chest and stomach that would be dissected first. This part of the body decays much faster than the rest, so it is strange that the only body part to be touched is the arm. There could be any number of reasons why Rembrandt or the Guild decided to paint it this way, but I think the most likely reason is due to the calciferous vessels, or white veins, that had just been discovered 4 years prior to this painting. The white veins were first found in a freshly hanged French criminal. To be able to see these extremely small veins, a body must be fresh and had eaten recently. The French criminal was dissected an hour and a half after his execution, and he had eaten a large final meal. They are very difficult to dissect, these small veins, due to their small size and the fact that they collapse very easily. Also, since they travel along the blood vessels and the nerves, they often get destroyed as you try to get to them. This painting was painted in 1632 on January the 16th. We know this because dissection could only be performed once a year during the winter. It had to be during the winter since there was no refrigeration in the 17th century. Dissection could only be performed on criminals that were publicly hanged as well. Since Amsterdam allows only one dissection a year, we know that the criminal's name was Aries Kinkt. The Catholic Church forbade dissections of people belonging to their church for Renaissance artists and surgeons. That is one of the reasons why Leonardo da Vinci dissected his cadavers in secret. The church claimed dead bodies must be interned with all of their parts for resurrection. Amsterdam, however, was Protestant, and the Reformed Church allowed criminals to be dissected. These yearly anatomy lessons were very popular. In fact, they were much more like festivals than class lessons, with music and food and lively conversation. Since the city council approved the dissection and was hosted by the Amsterdam Guild of Surgeons, the city council and guild members were required to attend and pay an admissions fee with the rest of the prominent learned men who attended the lesson. The money collected would help raise funds for city council meetings and dinners. The only surviving explanation of what Rembrandt wanted to achieve through his work was found in a letter to a patron. The greatest and the most natural movements. Rembrandt created 600 paintings and almost 400 etchings and 2,000 drawings in his lifetime. He had a huge body of work, but the anatomy lesson of Dr. Nicholas Tulp is one of his best. Thank you so much.